bienvenue.
Welcome to Foray.
Today we're going to be talking about the friend zone and our turn-ons and our turn-offs.
Ooh. But before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and that notification button so every time we upload you won't miss a thing. Support your girls, support Black Girl Magic, support our content, and we appreciate all those who've already subscribed and have been commenting and liking. Let's get this started.
What turns you guys off and on? Who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
My biggest turn off in men, it's like attitude. You gotta have a good attitude. If you don't have a good attitude, it's a no-no for me.
So what is a bad attitude? What's an example of a bad attitude? Because some people want a thug, they like it, and then some people are like,
no. I want the attitude to be good. I want a little bit of badness. You get what I'm saying? You gotta be a gentleman.
So what's a bad attitude like? A guy that says, shut up. Because some people like it. Tell me to shut up.
I mean, you're not going to tell me to shut up. No.
Okay. So
you like it with...
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm very headstrong. You can't tell me to do shit I don't want to do. It's terrible.
If you are able to tell me to, like, you know what I'm saying? If you are able to, like, have an influence on my behavior, that's a turn on, because a lot of dudes will tell me, hey, yo, chill. And I'm gonna look at you like, but if you are able to, find a way to say like, yo, you need to calm down, or like you're doing too much in a nice, or in a way, an assertive way, I'm like, okay, I'm impressed. If I actually listen to you, I'm impressed.
Okay. My turn off is a guy who cannot financially afford me. Not a
broke nigga.
We don't do it that way, Rachel. You stop trying to sugarcoat it. Say it that way.
I don't want no broke person. Honestly, you gotta like.
You know what? It's hard being with somebody who's poor. Like,
no, if you want a broke, you have to make sure you're financially stable. You have to make sure you're stable.
You don't want no broke person, but like, for example, how do you know that the person is broke? Like when you go out and the guy approaches you, because some people don't want to show off, like the way they dress. Some guys don't want to flash like bling bling, so they just dress like regularly. How are you gonna tell that he's a broke guy?
Honestly, it's going to be hard. But to be honest with you, if I really like you, I'm gonna be with you. But if I'm gonna end up taking care of everything myself, then what's the point of it? I'd rather be single than like paying for things for you.
Let's pause there. Ladies, what do you mean it's hard to detect if a guy is broke? The first date tells you if he's broke or if he's not broke.
What do you mean? How?
You know what? I believe this. If a guy offers, first off, it takes you where he's taking you, right? Where you go out to dinner. A guy asks you out to dinner, right? Uh-huh. And he takes you to McDonald's. He takes you to McDonald's, right? I don't really care about the McDonald's tin, right? Now we're at McDonald's. Is he paying for the McDonald's? Is he even like extending to pay for the check?
McDonald's is not.
It's you attempting to pay.
If he's taking you to McDonald's, that means he's broke then.
Huh?
McDonald's is not hard to
McDonald's, that means he's broke.
Exactly. So then you're broke. It's something like that.
Let me figure out who's broke, who's McDonald's, not McDonald's. Wait. Donald Trump just sent out a stimulus check. Dudes on the streets are doing fraud. You cannot see someone and know whether or not they're broke or not. It's not it. That's not it. We can't figure it out, because let me tell you though.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, a turn off, I know Rachel said, she don't want a broke, but she wants someone. We have to find a way to gauge it, because for me, a turn off is Gucci this, Gucci that, Gucci everything. All this designer.
Oh, that is too much.
That's tacky. I need you need to know how to dress nice and it be good quality without just GG.
What I'm realizing is I think we all have different definitions of broke, because when I'm thinking of broke, I'm talking about a guy who cannot support himself as an independent, like as an individual. So it's like, if you can't pay your own light bills, if you're struggling to do the basic necessities for yourself, don't look for a girlfriend.
Exactly.
If you want a girlfriend, look for a girl that's okay with okay, I can support you until where you need to be. Because I'm thinking you're able to detect if somebody is broke or not after talking to them, not initially. It's like you've been talking to them for a while. You're talking to them for a while, and it's like, okay, we're kicking it, we're hanging out, and I can tell you're struggling.
Yeah.
Then I'm not.
But I feel like it depends. Though. I feel like it depends because we're at a weird stage in our lives. You know what I mean? Like we're at like transition to adulthood. So I feel like it would be really hard to like tell that per se because in some dude's head who's financially stable living on their own, I might be broke. You know what I mean? They see me as broke now. I'm a college student. That just come with it. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily like broke, but it's like because of the position I am in life, it is a big turn on for me is humility. Somebody who got it and you wouldn't even know. Like, oh my God, you just move in silence. You know, you're not trying to stunt. Because once it's trying to stunt, I'm gonna start thinking, what are you compensating for? All this, you know, money. I mean, I get it, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, now what? You think I'm supposed to start doing jumping jacks inside it? Hey, can I talk to you? Hey, I'm a suitable girl. Excuse me, I'm running away. Like, what?
And they're the ones that, what I really don't understand is that they're the guys that buy something to keep the tags on it. What is that about?
The tags on. What do you mean to keep the tags?
Like they leave the tags on the clothes with the tags.
I've never seen that before.
I've seen that all the time.
And you know what? I don't want to see
these new boys, they're different.
And you know what? Black men, I appreciate you all, but you're the main people that are doing this. Black teens, the college guys. Fine.
I mean, that's no, what do you say, Fontini?
Fontini?
It means like low class. Because like if somebody sees like you're wearing something expensive, they'll tell it's expensive. Why leave your tag on?
Exactly.
But you know, they have to make sure.
They're just gonna show it off.
That's such a, for you to leave the tag on shows to me that you can't afford it. You're living outside your means.
You're living outside your means.
They're living paycheck to paycheck. Every paycheck they get, they go and buy designer clothes.
You buying clothes instead of stabilizing yourself with that money. Every paycheck is just new Jordans. Hey, every paycheck is
Yeezys.
Oh, the Yeezys.
No, sometimes you have to spoil yourself. You work hard, that's your money. So like for guys who go like at least every paycheck, they want to buy at least something, that's okay because you work for that money. But you gotta prioritize. So you gotta save your money and spoil yourself a little.
No.
No. No. Not like every paycheck, Stephanie. Not like every paycheck. If the guy knows how to save his money, put the money in the bank, and is able to spoil himself at least every paycheck to.
Yeah.
In order for him to look good, he has to buy clothes.
But this is different though. This is different.
We're talking about guys that are paycheck to paycheck, spending their own money, money on designer stuff. Every paycheck that they have, they just spend it on designer. For what?
Yeah.
Showing off.
You don't see them doing anything else with their money that's like sustaining. You know what I mean? Like, of course, there's always gonna be some. You know what I mean? We're not speaking like, oh, everyone. No. Of course, you need to spoil yourself. Like, I need to spoil myself. But like, all the time, like now you spend these money on Yeezys, but then when we go to eat and you know, hey, can you spot me? Simple $20. It's like, but you got the Yeezys like 2 days ago though.
Gucci belt, got money, posting your money on Snapchat.
Posting rolls of money, right?
That is not attractive. That is not attractive at all.
It's not.
Let's do better, black men. Let's do better because
I guess maybe for us because all we see is black men, but maybe the white guys do it
that
too.
I see is black college students that are like around our age or black, you know.
No, I see the Latino boys doing it too.
Diana, what is your biggest turn off in the guy?
Oh, for me, my biggest turn on is smelling like
Abercrombie and Fitch. Smell like
I don't know what that would smell like. So Yves Saint Laurent or something, just smelling nice, like in general, is such a turn on. So when you don't smell like anything and you trying to holler at me, I can't pinpoint a smell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to leave and then just be like when you leave, it's just like I have your, you know, you smell them, and then, you know, sometimes you hear, you like, wait, is he here?
Yeah.
Oh no, he not. Oh, it's just my hair still smell like him.
Oh my God.
Don't get me started.
Smell like something. Smell like something.
Smell like something good, because a lot of these boys, a lot of these African boys, you smell like fish and sweat. So deodorant is not expensive, and the soap isn't expensive either. I'm sure your mom even has some in her house.
Just before you leave for a party, men in general, just check yourself. Okay, let me walk out. You know, and you don't smell nice, just make a U-turn back home and correct your mistake.
Yeah.
Before you go to any outing, take a shot. Like, I'm sorry, but the whole day, and then you just want to put on your fit to go to a motive. 20-minute shower is not gonna harm you. Oy.
And my pet peeve is that, like, when a girl approaches a guy and the girl smells bad, or the girl hygiene is off, is the biggest deal on earth. How dare this woman not smell nice? Yeah. And then all of you lads just walking around here smelling like garbage and armpits. Now.
But it's I feel like it's more likely to come across a guy who smells bad than a female who smells bad, and that's that, period.
I 100% agree. Because you know what? The basic deodorants doesn't work for everybody. Some of you people, your sweats is just extra powerful. It's so
chronic sweat, because you haven't used deodorant in 5 years. You can't think you could just put deodorant now and it'll fix all the problems.
Exactly. Do your research and buy your deodorants accordingly. So my biggest turn off is a guy that does not have a savings or a checking account.
Wait, no accounts?
No accounts, just cash.
You're in college, you don't have a checkings, you don't have a savings. What are we doing here?
Which earth are you from?
What if they have the cash, but they don't want to put it in their checkings or savings account?
Like I said,
I know somebody.
You know somebody like that? People like that are around?
They are around.
Rachel can agree with me.
So what?
You see this face?
No, some people just feel like it's safer for them to have their money.
For me, it's not that. If you have your cash and you're working hard and you have it, period. But it's somebody who's not working hard enough to even have a checkings nor a savings. That's just showing me that you're not pushing yourself hard enough in life.
Yeah.
Like, you're okay just taking allowance here, taking allowance there. You don't even care. You don't even know what a credit rate is. You don't, like, it's just lack of education about your finance. Let's do that. It's lack of education about finance. Period. It's be in tune with your income.
I agree.
That's all.
I agree, honestly.
Yeah, that's really important, because we're grown. We're getting grown. Yeah. We're getting grown. So this little 17-year-old, 16-year-old behaviors gotta.
And just a little addition. And if you do have a checking account and you have $50 in there, if you pay all your bills and you have a $50 remaining balance and you're thinking you are rich, you're not my type.
Second turn off is a guy that always goes to their mom for every single thing. Advice, money, everything. Like, dude, what the fuck? Are you still a kid? Are you still living under her roof? Like,
honestly, I might have to disagree.
Why?
Because I'm gonna disagree, because I feel like a boy who has a good relationship with their mom is a good indicator for how you guys can have a relationship.
Yes.
Depending on the mom.
There gotta be a limit, Diana. There gotta be a limit. Not too much. You gotta have a good relationship with your mom, but you gotta have a limit as well, where you put your woman first.
Yeah, I feel like you should. But then also, I feel like you should.
Pause, precious. You're a woman before your mom?
Yeah.
No. Unless you're married.
They have to have a ring first before.
You have to be married for that to be the case.
When you're married, your woman gotta be here.
Right.
Dating, your mom is still your mom. You gotta respect her no matter what. You gotta respect your mom.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but I feel like it's like of course, like, for everything, I hear you, Rachel. Like, I feel like for everything, okay, that's with anybody though. I feel like if you can't make decisions on your own and you're constantly asking, even your friends, what do you guys think about this? Or even your bros, what do you guys think about this? Your sisters, your siblings, it's kind of like a turnoff when you constantly need reassurance. You need to be able to stand on your own. But I feel like if you have a good communication relationship with your mom, like even being deemed a mama's boy, unless it's like, of course, the extreme of it being like really toxic, I feel like being a mama's boy, that's like, I don't know, I feel like that gives me more reassurance and comfort. I think that's like a nice thing.
I think you could be a mama's boy in the sense where it's like you go to your mom for advice. Like,
yeah,
being a mama's boy, like, oh, like my mom and I are tight, my mom is my best friend, cool type of things like that. But it's a problem when what your mom is telling you is overriding what your partner is telling you.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's
or
like,
what you want for yourself too.
exactly. Like, now it's like when relationship, instead of it being me, you, and God, it's now me, you, God, and your mom. And that's not cool.
Yeah, that's 4 people. That's a lot. That's crowded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so speaking of that, my other turn off is like guys who don't respect their moms. That's my other turn off. Because if you don't respect
Speak on it.
if you don't respect your mother, honey, how are you gonna respect your woman? And you guys nowadays, they don't realize they are over on social media praising their woman. They're like, my queen, but like in privacy, they don't respect their woman. And like that starts from how you were raised. If you don't respect your mom, period, you're not gonna have respect for any other women in your life.
That is true.
And also, like, to add on to that, I find it a big turnoff because I feel like in our generation, guys bash a lot of other females a lot. If it's not their girl, then you see them. That is such a turn off. Like, oh
like,
my God.
Yeah, like little comments like, oh, she's a hoe, or she's doing this, oh, she's
like,
doing
how
that.
do you know?
My thing is this though, if a guy is sitting next to you and telling you this, calling other females, disrespecting other females in front of you, it's gonna be a quick turn till he does the same thing to you.
And another thing that I really hate is when, you know, you give this guy your number. Hey, you know, can I get your number? I want to talk to you. Guys start talking. It's only been 4 hours. Hey, so when you gonna let me come over?
Never.
Hey, you know, you was looking, you're like, man, yeah, like, yo, bye, I can't wait for the things I can do to your body.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
I hate that so much.
How do you know I don't have STD?
With a passion.
Honey, if I don't like you, you won't even get my number.
No, but it's not even a matter of liking you. It's like we just met.
Events and they look presentable, they look nice.
Right.
And then you guys are just
Because even if you like them, you know, I like you, I'll give you my number. Even then, they'll still like,
yeah.
It's only been
and it always catches you by surprise. It's something like, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was good. When are you gonna let me like arch your back or something? When can I
This is why when they ask you for your number, you give them your Snapchat. I don't give people my number.
But they can still do it in Snapchat.
And once I give them my Snapchat, delete. That's how I am.
It's still like, whether it's through text, whether it's through Snapchat, it's still a turn off. It's only been 10 minutes since I gave you my number.
Yeah.
I can't wait. You know what this thing do. I don't know what this thing do. I don't know the thing that it belongs to. Like,
oh my God.
I mean, the bright side of that situation is that you know who they are early on.
Yes.
You're not wasting your time. Going back to our last week's conversation, wasting your time trying to figure out, is this just a friends with benefit thing? Something like that. A guy that's straight up like that, if you're a girl and that's what you want, sis, go for it.
Go for it.
What you want, delete, block, it's done.
Yeah, because you know what? I feel like for me, what it says is like, if you could text me within 30 minutes that way, how many other females you texting like that? And some of these females, you know, like, that's cool. If you get down like that, that's fine. But then a lot of them be falling for it or are down. So then it got me thinking, how high is your body count? Because I know there's a double standard in society with men and their body counts, and guys are expected to have a high body count. But that's also a turn off to me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Because if you're only 22 and you slept with 50 people, come on.
Dang.
That's STD.
No, that's not even that. You're for everybody. You're a charity work. You're for everybody.
For the streets.
You're not for me. Go and recycle. I'm all for recycling.
Your community.
That's not for me.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
It's not for me.
Oh my gosh.
How about those men who go to church just for women, just to look for females?
Oh.
Honey.
Your uncles.
Like guys, when they go to church for women. I know like church is the place where you go to find your future wife. But don't go to church to find your future wife for wrong reasons.
Honestly, though.
Because like they go to church and they want to finish all the girls in church. Like you don't go to church to sleep with each and everybody in your church. No. Am I lying?
There's no lie that you're telling right there.
All facts.
Every girl in church got you and they hitting them up in their DMs. Every girl. Every girl, you know, God told me you my wife. Did he?
Not the thing that I talk to.
God talked to me. He prophesied to me. I'm
Are
gonna
you
marry
sure
you.
that was God?
And it's always like the ashy guys. It's always the ones that look like they forgot to put lotion on before leaving the house.
You know what I realized? I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm not trying to be rude, but you really be the ugly dudes that be so bold.
Confidence.
That is true. Honestly.
Out of this world. I guess because they ain't got nothing else to lose, but damn, can you relax?
It's too much confidence. Like, I know Jesus loves all of us, but
a turn on for me is because I'm such a, you know, out personality. I love mellow guys. And if you're mellow and you're chill, like you don't have to be the loudest in the room, you know what I mean? But you can still be assertive. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you can still get your, why you look at you smiling like cute, Stephanie, what's going on?
because the minute you said a mellow guy, something just been popping in my head.
I mean, if you think about all the guys I've liked, they've been.
I was like, that makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Light bulb went on. I was like, oh, he's.
And then the one time I was like, you know, feeling somebody who was also like this, and just whoa, because I became mellow.
And
and that's me losing my personality. But yeah, I love mellow, calm, assertive guys. Like that's really it. But another turn on is I'm so excited. That morning voice. You know when you sleepy?
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you? I love it.
is that deep for
I
you?
love it. Like Fantasia said.
Good morning, sexy.
I'm dead. Good morning, sexy. But yeah, a sleepy voice that just like that. Do you guys have any other turn-ons?
Turn-ons. I like a guy who knows God. You know, I know we're just talking about the guys that use God as an excuse to be approaching you in church and touching you inappropriate and things like that. But a guy who's like solid in his faith. Like don't be a pastor.
Don't shove it in my face.
Yeah, that's exactly. Don't like when you see me going to the club and things like that, because that's who I am. I'll go to parties. But it's like it's a guy. What I don't like is the guy that's like.
I'm waiting for you guys to say like the things you like about the guy, so I can start dancing.
Because Rachel threw me off.
No, that's very correct. That's why I slowed down. Okay. But I'm waiting for you guys to start.
It's like be grounded in your faith. Be about what you're about, but not necessarily making me feel guilty or like making me feel like a sinner for living a certain lifestyle.
Yeah. We do not like the judgmental Christians.
Exactly.
You know, because at the end of the day, we're all Christians, like between me and you. And it's like it's like you being grounded, like, okay, like let's go to church, you know, just being able to come up with a nice affirmations when it's necessary, you being able to motivate yourself when life gets hard, because I don't mind like a guy that once in a while needs to pick me up. But if I have to become your own reverend every day, it's gonna get better. Oh, don't get slapped. Oh, life is hard. Come on now. I can be a pastor. I can't.
My turn on is like a chill guy, like chill, but they're like down to earth. You
like,
get what I mean?
Like
We in the same boat.
But
like
not
a
with
mellow,
me,
like
not P down
one
to
with the earth yoga guy.
You know
No.
what? Can we like make that an official phrase? A yoga guy.
A yoga guy, you know.
No, honey, not yoga guy. Like down to earth, like you're willing to go out on date night. You want to have Netflix and chill with me at home. Those kind of boring stuff, but like not yoga. And you, like, someone who knows me, like how to lift up my spirit, like lift me up, like that mood, like bring out my mood.
Yeah,
That's what I like.
so somebody who your partner knowing you know, knowing
Someone who's emotionally
Like,
intelligent,
available, emotionally
emotionally intelligent, just all the emotional and the positive next word.
Oh,
Amen. I'm here for that. Because one thing I am really big on is like that homebody guy. It's like, you know when to go out, but you also understand that it's not every party needs your attendance. You know, just being able to kick it with your girl.
at home. Like, I mean, we do that all the time. Like this quarantine thing, whatever, lockdown, this is nothing new. We're just making it extra special.
Yeah. Quality time.
No, I think I'm off topic here because like people like when they see date nights and stuff, you can have date night at home. You don't have to have date night at the restaurant or somewhere else. You can have a chill time at home.
Amen. I agree.
Can I say that even though restaurants are nice, they're overdone. And so
overdone. Sometimes a nice restaurant.
Every time when you go out with someone, what's the first thing? When someone says, let's go out, what's the first thing you think you guys are going to do? Go out to a restaurant.
Let's order the restaurant type of food, but like you're sitting at home in your PJs, you're comfy, less formal.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's our tradition in my house.
Well, some of us live with our men.
My turn on is when I'm watching a show and I fall asleep on a couch and he carries me to the bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to wake up right away and just.
Mommy's gonna watch this shit.
I think she's giving us like extra 10 on right now.
That is such a turn on. Oh my gosh.
I might be so naive, but I didn't know things like that happened. Things like that happened. The last time somebody picked me up when I fell asleep on the couch, I was a kid.
Yes, it hasn't happened.
At my big age, hey, your man has muscle. And you know when you're sleeping, it's just heavy. Oh my God. Rachel.
Hey. Diana, we need to get you a man who can lift you up when you fall asleep.
Yeah, that's something you're looking at.
I didn't even have that on my list. I didn't know that was happening. So guess what I'm adding to the list of what I need. You better pick me up when I fall asleep. That's so sweet though. That's really sweet, Rachel. I would be turned on too.
Turned on.
I would be taking. Yo, Monica's gonna call all of you ladies aside from me. Let's turn on. I think like going back to just like them being like courteous, you know, like when you go out with a guy and he knows just the little tiny things, like let's say you're walking to like on the wrong side of the street. I didn't know this was a thing, and he automatically snatches you, drags you to the right side. You know, a guy that's like, oh babe, let me open the door for you. Sometimes I don't want to open my door, but sometimes I do. Like, okay, that's nice. Or like it's just a guy like going out of his way to just continuously to impress you, not necessarily like, oh, let me, like, it's just he's not getting comfortable. I appreciate a guy that doesn't get too comfortable, because the problem is that when a guy gets you, they kind of get so relaxed, like they don't really even be texting you good morning, doing the little things that they did to get you. I appreciate a guy that's like, what can I do today to make my girl happy? I like that.
What Stephanie is saying, like that's my 10 on too, because like sometimes, no, I'm just agreeing with what you're saying. Like sometimes we are just like walking on the street and you'll be like, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just little stuff like that.
Anytime thing.
Little stuff that counts.
Yeah. It's like he goes to the store and he comes back with your favorite snack.
Yes.
Like your favorite wine.
You didn't even ask for it. They'd be like,
Yeah, it's just those tiny, funny things, you know? It's just, and obviously it has to be reciprocated, but let's just spoil each other. Let's just appreciate each other. That's all I want. That's all I want.
That's a good one, girl. You just hit it on the head. Yeah. I love a smart guy, like someone who could just talk about something and he knows it so well. Or like if I have a question, explain it to me, and not like, because some people will like look at you like you don't know that, but I just like someone who just explains something to me, or whatever they're like really interested, them just talking about what they're interested in. I'm just like,
but sometimes it can get overwhelming.
That's what we have for y'all today. Thank you guys for watching today. Before we leave, we want to make sure you guys are subscribing and you're liking our videos.
leave us some comments if you enjoyed this video.
Hit us up on our social media pages for suggestions and all that stuff, and we're gonna have more content coming out to you guys on a weekly basis.
And if you have some
comments, please send us a text through our IG page.